Ever since the beginning of time, the humankind has set out a goal to touch everything with their grubby little hands. But some things they just couldn't touch. It was then when God gave them the glory of gloves, allowing the humans to use their hands in a lot more useful ways, like for performing surgery, or touching fire, and even hiding your fingerprints for getting away with murder. And also, they're so fashionable. And you might be wondering, Jake, what are you talking about gloves for? And why are you so freaking stupid? Well, the game that we're going to talk about today is about a glove. During the 90s, animal mascots were a popular way to represent a company, especially in video games. Of course, you got your bears, mammals, bandicoots, and at the very bottom, you have a glove. Of course, who wouldn't want to play as a glove? It's a perfect idea! And the developers at Blitz Games thought so too. And soon that became a little game called Glover. This game was released for the PC, Sony PlayStation, and Nintendo 64 in 1998. I've never played this game before, neither have I heard of it, probably because of how strange and obscure it is. But if Jesus can walk on water, then a glove can walk on wine. What do I mean by that? I don't know, let's play! Ooh, Glover! I can't wait. The game takes place in the land of the Crystal Kingdom, and a super dumb wizard accidentally messes up a spell and kills himself. But with every death, there's a new birth. And what I mean by that is, when he died, his hands came alive. So remember, kids, if you die, your hands come alive. So don't be suicidal, because that'll be terrifying. So, what do I do? I'm a four-finger glove just walking around and doing this? What is that? The Urkel?
It's time to do the Urkel!
Like every video game mascot in the 90s, this game is a platformer, and it's rather strange. It doesn't quite stay in line with the normal 3D platformers at the time. Glover can jump and do a ground pound, but the true gameplay of Glover is just rolling a ball around. I'm serious. Because when I think of gloves, I automatically think of a testicular exam. Yeah, Glover, you really like grabbing those balls. There are many more moves that Glover can do with his balls. He can change the ball into 4 different spherical objects, which have different masses and durability. He can also smack the ball, which is annoying, so don't smack balls. And he can also pull a LeBron James and dribble and throw the ball. You know, this is fun, but something is missing here. What exactly am I doing? Of course I'm supposed to take the ball to the goal, but the levels get me more confused than crawling around in one of those McDonald's Play Place playgrounds. You just get so lost in them. They're so hard to navigate through, mostly because of the weird controls that never seem to be consistent and change depending on what you're doing with the ball. I just want to go up there. I just want to throw the ball up there. Why can't I throw the ball up there? It's like you're at a constant battle with the controls, and when Glover is bouncing on a ball, the controls become inverted. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad, it hurts. I get the whole challenge to the game is trying to get the ball through obstacles in the level, but it's no fun when the controls never do what you want. Oh my god, it's a land shark. Oh, I gotta get out of here. Move, come on, move! Why won't these freaking controls let me move? Ah! Oh, I'm dead. I know I've talked pretty negatively towards Glover, but I actually think it's a pretty good idea. Some levels in the game have a variety of themes and puzzles, but essentially they all have the same elements, and when it comes down to it, are basically the same level with a different coat of paint. Circus level? Yeah, no thanks. I think I've had my fair share of Pennywise the Clown. I think I'm fine. Oh god, go back to the circus level! Excuse me, that elephant stole my ball? Yeah, I think I'm done with this. Well, that's it for Glover. But unfortunately, we're not done there. There was one more Glover game, but it was never released. It was the year 1999. A planned sequel to Glover was being developed and was set to release at the end of the year. After many long years of silence, the game was presumed cancelled. Later, a prototype cartridge was found containing unfinished assets of the game. What was left of it was turned into a fully playable ROM hack and was released to the public. So let's play some Glover 2, because I sure do glove this game! What, no title screen? Oh come on, that was my favorite part about the first game. I'm not sure how far I can actually judge this game with it being unfinished and all, but I can already say that it's way better than the first game. It's largely reminiscent of Banjo-Kazooie, like really a lot. Even the dialogue is similar, but it's way less charming. Of course, being a sequel, Glover 2 had a lot more things to offer than Glover 1. Glover can now roll around a lot more objects and use tools and cast spells, and almost everything that was terrible about the first game was fixed or replaced with a new game mechanic. And for a prototype, this is already way better than the first Glover, but sadly, you can't polish a turd. The game seems to suffer a little more than Glover 1. The game just feels as if Glover was put in a Banjo-Kazooie level instead of a level designed for Glover. And even though this game is almost a blatant copy of Banjo, this could have been a good game. But why? Why wasn't this game released? You could have actually made some money on this. Well, it turns out when Hasbro, the publisher of Glover, was ordering the cartridges for Glover 1 on the Nintendo 64, they ordered double the original amount of 300,000 units of cartridges. And since non-Nintendo games didn't sell too well on the Nintendo 64, Hasbro had over 150,000 spare units that they didn't sell. And because of this, Hasbro wasn't financially stable because of this screw-up, and thus ended the development of Glover 2. So it goes to show you that you actually do need to use math in life, and that math teacher that you thought hated you actually really cares about you and your future. And if you excuse me, I think I'm going to go have a mental breakdown.